Hey guys, welcome to today's vlog. It's gonna be a little bit different from my other vlogs. I'm gonna focus a little bit more on our new puppy, Ralphie. He is a golden doodle. He's 3 months old and he's a lot of fun, a lot of work, and I'm still getting used to it. We have a puppy trainer coming over. I'm going to show a little bit of that and also taking him on a walk with my sister and just some of the things that I learned from the puppy trainer, and then also things that I have learned from podcasts and all the YouTube videos, things that are just working for me. And you know what I've come to learn is that not one thing that just works for me is going to work for everybody else, but I have definitely learned some tips and tricks that other people are doing, and so hopefully this video will be helpful to you guys. And so let's get into the vlog.
I was gonna get him a bone.
Me and my sis are on a walk. He's still kind of in the teething mode. There's baby.
Can you comb his tail a little? It's all ratty. He's all cute, and then
There.
what do you guys do with that? Clean your dishes?
Well, I guess I'll comb it when I get home.
I'll do that.
That's so smart to carry the home poop bag on the chain. Oh my goodness, Ralphie just ripped off Barbara's poo bag.
Robbie, drop it.
Or more like babies.
Drop it. Drop it. You think you're gonna win this?
Good thing to have poo in it.
Oh, that's so cute. Let me tickle it. Give me this. Ralphie is strong.
I have many poo bags left.
Man, you should get him a tire.
I have all these poo bags.
Baby hasn't done that yet, though. Slightly shocked.
The man-sized poo it gives.
No, it's like a horse-sized poo, actually.
Got Ralphie. We got baby. This is baby or doggy number 3 for her. He's so tired. He's like lagging behind now.
Good.
So I just tidied house. Puppy trainer's about to come. Are you excited? I opened his kennel door and like it's hard to get him out. Wanna go potty? Wanna go? He's like, no, I'm chill. Oh, he just came out. I wanted to show how chill he is. Ralphie, you know your name. And then Nathan just got home from school. Hey there, Nathan. I asked my kids, like, whoever can be here for the training. I'm sad Oliver couldn't be, but he had to work. He's got to work. So, but Evelyn should be coming. She should be here soon. And Marla's home. Amanda's home. Are you tired? You want some water? Ralphie, you want some water? Want some water? So tired. Please. Who's home? Who just got home? She came for your training.
My foot.
Evelyn just got home. Of what?
Domain, Kirkland.
Okay, we have our trainer here.
And so if we just go with the neck collar.
So we're gonna do a little hands-on training. We just got a whole bunch of good information.
Good.
She was saying it's better to use the collar rather than the harness for training purposes. So I've been doing that part wrong.
So for walking it, when you make it to the point where everything's beautiful and perfect, the ideal would be to have most of the slack taken up. You have one hand on the leash, the other hand free. This hand can deliver corrections to the leash or be available to work with the dog or hold a treat or do whatever you need to do. You don't need to have a ton of room in the leash because that's a lot of space for him to walk. You don't want to be to the point where you've always got pressure on the collar because then that's continuous correction. So as long as everything's loose, it's got a jingle, that's where you want it to be. Good! And you felt that pressure, stopped pulling.
Wow, I've been doing it so wrong. I've been like using the harness and he doesn't seem to respond to it at all.
Yeah, and you don't
That
know
makes
what you don't
sense.
know.
Wow, okay.
We can see how this collar works for you throughout time. The Martingale collar can be a little bit easier.
Is that the chain one?
It's the fabric and chain. What that gets you, good, sit, good boy. Sit.
Sit, Ralphie.
Good. When you have the Martingale where you have the fabric and the chain, it gets you the safety that it can't get so tight that it's gonna
Hurt his neck.
collapse down on his neck, but it gives you the communication of some tightness, some jingle. The flat collars don't have as much noise or jingle or feedback.
You superstar.
Sit.
Sit.
Good.
Good boy, Ralphie.
Good boy, Ralphie.
So ultimately being able to walk, You'll have this hand and it can do some corrections to the leash, like I was saying. There's a few different ways that you can do corrections. One, if you're walking and we're just barely starting to get ahead, you can hit the leash and give that correction and make them realize that it's a behavior you don't want. Another thing you can do is if they're super excited about something that you don't want them to be excited about or pulling towards, walking away from it is a punishment because now I don't get to get closer to that super fun thing.
Oh, okay.
And then you can try again and see if we can be calm on the next pass. If we can be calm on the next pass, then we can move forward. If we can't be calm, we just keep going back and forth on this really boring ground that we don't want to be on anymore. For an exercise at home that will just create the behavior of paying attention to you, do you have treats that you
let me go get them.
I'll take it so that I can kind of show you, and then
He likes the
Favorite
camera.
ones, but I ran out of his favorite ones.
His favorite ones are ones with the fat dog on it.
Where do you think you're going?
so a way to just kind of
I want you to come and be a part of this.
create that interest in yourself is good. He's gone out of his way to come over to interact with me.
Like she's
to
got
pay
food.
attention.
I know.
Good. And you could be doing this and leaves could get exciting or stick could get exciting. Somebody over there could be super fun.
Should we make noises over here?
But when he makes the choice to come over and interact with you, praise that
Oh, okay.
to reinforce you coming over here and being this adorable with me is amazing. I love it. Keep doing it.
And at some point, when do you phase out of those treats? Over time?
Over time, like a year from now.
So this is just the training process.
Yeah.
He won't become a beggar.
A beggar. We don't want beggars.
And I'm associating a verbal command with that as I'm giving the treats.
And what's the verbal command?
Good.
Good. Okay.
Every time I'm saying that, that's a positive thing for him.
He's like, I know you have more in there.
Then as you're phasing out the treats, then he's associating that verbal reward. Why don't you follow your mama now?
Good boy.
Just coming and giving you his attention
And
is
being
all
with me.
we're looking for.
Ralphie, I'm the one with the goods.
Yeah, and you don't even have to call his
boy.
name during this. If you notice, I was just walking, and if he was giving me that attention,
Yeah.
so I'm just going to ignore him because I'm not rewarding him anymore. And when he comes to you, give him that really big praise. It's like, what is my mom
Do you think he's waiting for a command?
Don't you even see the food? Is your little sniffer working? Give it to him when he comes to you, though. We're probably confusing the heck out of him.
He's like, I just want to take a
who has
nap.
the food?
Yeah, he's got.
You're so cute.
Want to call his name?
Ralphie.
Ralphie, come here. Oh, good boy. Good boy.
And now just kind of walk away and see if he follows you.
Don't walk in the poo.
So you can kind of walk past him.
Maybe come a little closer.
She walks to the other side of the neighborhood.
He's just a little thrown off because now 3 people are playing the game and he doesn't know who has the goodies. Now praise him and give him a treat.
Boy. Good boy.
You want to be consistent.
Are you confused?
So having the high pitch, being super excited. Good, yes. And so this is going to create that follow me behavior, that pay attention to me behavior. Because if a dog is paying attention to their environment more than you're not going to get anywhere with training. Being able to do this in conjunction with name game is going to get you their attention.
So should we say
which is-
Ralphie, good boy? Like, again, associating his name?
No, because you're not giving him a command. If he's running ahead of you, like I said, you can correct by hitting his leash. You can correct by just abruptly changing directions, going the other way. The other one,
Oh, I like that.
Oh.
Okay, I'm going to remember this. That's our new word around here. For correction.
The other one, especially if you're holding your leash.
He's not
this
doing
way,
anymore.
With most of that slack taken out, it's just a quick step back and then continuing your walk. And so if he's starting to pull, good, because it just disrupts what he is paying attention to.
Oh.
So that kind of 3 things to utilize while you're walking. Good. You're very willing to work for food.
Like me. I'm food motivated.
As far as being grabby for food, you kind of want him to be patient. You don't want to create the behavior of chomping it out of your hand. So see how he's kind of relinquished? Now I'm going to give it to him because he's not biting at me. You can create more time with your stay. As you're practicing with him, you'll see what your time limit is. And you can slowly keep increasing that. He has the treats. He's biting at my hands. Good. But when he stopped and kind of sat back and was like, oh, she's not immediately giving it to me, now I'm rewarding that behavior.
Okay.
That surrender of being patient. Because the last thing you want is a dog chomping your fingers off. That is fun.
No thanks.
I don't have my hand readily available and open. It's a treat here until he's patient and then offer. That can also, if we're being super pushy, I've had some dogs that just chomp your hand. A little box to the nose is...
Let's try that on you, Nathan.
Rafi, come here.
Ways towards. Oh, she's serious.
Okay. I might use that on my kids.
No.
Little box to the nose.
As far as the lip, if we're getting super bitey and grabby, it's just folding that top lip under into those sharp teeth. Easy. Good. So that's the motion I'm talking about. If he did start to get over snappy and bitey with you, just kind of do a quick pinch of his lip. So just try to get one lip, push it down and up and into those teeth. Those teeth are obviously super sharp, you know it.
Yeah.
And then yelping ouch.
Yelping ouch, yeah.
We'll associate that correction of, that didn't feel so sharp. Don't really want to do that again.
Yeah. He loves Nathan's socks.
Yeah. He's been chewing on them all day long. We're going to freeze them, so they'll be like little
We
chew
thought
toys.
that we'll put it in water, wring it out, freeze it, and then he can chew on your sock.
Okay. Then you'll have holy socks for the rest of
Holy socks.
Hi guys.
So I thought I would wrap up this video. I was gonna maybe do a whole vlog, but I thought, you know what, I'll just focus on like puppy training, just what we've learned. And we've only had Ralphie for a month. He just turned 3 months old, and we're all very, very new puppy owners, like how to deal with puppies. Just a few tips that we learned from the trainer. I thought Marta was home and I'm like, hey, do you wanna like sit down and share some of the tips that you remember and like what stood out to you from like the puppy training?
Yeah. Also I look really pale when I'm sitting next to you.
Really?
I look so white compared to you.
I did just tan this morning, so, and little mukbang. Mukbang? How do you say it? Did I say it right?
Mukbang.
Prior to the trainer coming over, I feel like I have been sharing with my family members, like, so we can all be on the same page, like everything I've been learning from other YouTube videos and podcasts that I've been listening to. So having the trainer come, I feel like she kind of repeated a lot of what I already knew, but there were things that I didn't, like, things that didn't register, things that I did get from her that I hadn't gotten from like podcasts and videos.
She was just saying like, this video is gonna be good if you guys have a dog and you're actually trying to train it, but like when you're giving your dog a command, make it as simple as possible, like only use one word. So like don't say, here, come. But like, they were just saying your dog doesn't understand sentences, like don't be like, here, come over here, Ralphie, and come sit down. Like just make it like, Ralphie, sit.
Come. Or, yeah, like
Or, Ralphie,
sit,
come. Ralphie, stay. Or also another thing is when you're like disciplining your dog, don't say like no, like say something like because when you're talking like with everyday people,
yeah,
I don't normally tell my mom like, so Ralphie will associate that with
a correction. Yeah, like definitely if he's biting, ouch is still one you want to use. I say you just do what works for you and your puppy. I mean, so far that's what's happening for us, but you just take everything you're learning and then you take what works for you. But definitely, like, in addition to the command words, that everybody be on board with the same commands. Like,
it's so consistency is
yeah, so it's like, and it was funny because she said it's not so much you're training the dog, you're training yourself how to train the dog.
Well, yeah, you think about like how much research you've already done.
Yeah, like, so it's training our family to use all the same command words, like come, and then we're also adding this for come, and then sit and then stay. We're gonna obviously work on like him staying longer than 10 seconds. And another thing that I've learned outside of the trainer coming was if you don't have time to do more than like 1 walk a day, to play fetch with your dog, because they're doing most of the running. They're bringing the ball back to you, and then and like you get them interested in the toy, and then you start doing the fetch, and just like, even if you have to go get the ball a few times, but they realize, wait, I come back with the ball, she throws the ball. In fact, I just got through playing fetch with Ralphie just now. I probably should have filmed that.
And I ran with him for a little bit. Well, like I just like run around the backyard. I look so pale right now. I'm gonna go get some tanner because
you can use mine. I
don't have any right now.
I've been using Loving Tan. Totally set aside from puppy training information. But yeah, so use the same commands, simple 1-word commands, and then
so in recap, consistency, short phrases, and
be all on the same page. And then another one was the leash. I've been doing it wrong. I've been using his leash on his harness. Instead, it should be on the leash that's on the collar. I should put the leash on the collar that he's wearing instead of the harness.
Everything also takes time. Like, well, over time you kind of just get used to the dog and the dog gets used to you. Like,
oh, and something else, sorry. I was just reading because we took notes. Well, Evelyn took notes for us. But body language, like to stand tall. Were you here? I know like Marla ended up leaving halfway through the training, but she said don't necessarily crouch down to their level to give them commands.
Oh, I heard part of this,
To stand tall
to,
and like give them
ground.
Commands, yeah. And then
show who's the real alpha here. I think then I'm gone at school most of the day, and so I definitely don't have the brunt of the work, but for me, it's been easier than I expected.
So we have shifts, and she's like first shift duty in the school year. So she kind of has it the hard. Well, you're already up.
I'm already up. I just wake up and I take him out and I make sure he goes potty, and then I get
home. And then it's me and Amanda, because we're like the next shift, and then I pretty much have him until everybody gets home from school.
Do you feel like it's been super hard having him, or do you feel like it's?
I think the work is still the same, but I've gotten more used to it.
And then also, do you feel guilty when he's in the kennel?
No, because he's not in there a whole lot, but he actually likes it.
I think he likes his kennel.
Yeah, we make it. I mean, obviously, like if he's biting us a lot, like play fighting, biting, really hyperactive, and it's late and we're tired or whatever, we either put him outside or calmly I'll put him in the kennel with some toys. So I always try to make that a positive place.
Yeah, but he also sleeps so much that it's like,
yeah, but that's gonna change.
Yeah.
Anyway, thanks so much for watching this video. I know it's not like my normal vlogs, but come back for those if you're interested. But I hope you guys enjoyed this puppy vlog, and we'll be back with more. So thanks for watching.
Bye, guys.
Ralphie, you want to say goodbye? We just played fetch, like I said, and he's a little worn out. You're so cute. Yes, you are.